What is up, guys? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. I'm seeing you guys starting to funnel in to the chat. I am so glad that it is Wednesday. I miss you guys so much. Oh my goodness. I miss you guys so much. Like, no cap. I have been doing tons and tons of like in front of camera work for school for the past week, and like I miss interaction. Like, I hate talking into the nether sphere. Okay, I love talking to you guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. Shout out to all my students out there. Shout out to all my new moms. We have some new moms in the tribe. Shout out to all the little tribe babies. Yeah, I'm in a really good mood today, so I hope that this could rub off on y'all. Hey guys, hey everybody. Make sure you guys like the stream. I know I haven't given y'all no content yet, but I'm reading long stories today. I am reading long stories today. So for anybody that is new, first off, hey, everybody in the chat. I hope y'all are having a good one again. Shout out to anybody who has been dealing with a lot of bad news. I hope that this stream can cheer you up. I seen somebody saying they lost their mom in the chat. So again, sending good vibes to anybody that needs it. I got a new little backdrop here for today. I hope you guys like it. And I got the charger for the laptop. So we're back on our usual grind. For anybody that is new here, hello, my name is Naja, aka the Voodoo Child, and we do tribe teas here. We give advice, we kiki, and this is the live segment. When this is over, there is going to be a podcast that's going to go up a little later tonight. But yeah, so shout out to all of my night shift people. Y'all are going to get a whole bunch of treats today, okay? So y'all look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stories. Okay, they're a little lengthy. Only one is short. Honestly, I guess we could read the short one first since it's so short, because what the title story is pretty long, and you know I like to read my title stories last, so we could do that or whatever. But yeah, y'all, let's get, oh my God, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited. I actually have some tea today. So we could look off suspiciously to the side if we have to. I'm gonna put it like right here. You know, just in case I get a little parched, you know. All right, so the first story, I'm just jumping right on into it, okay? The first story is called, I Have a Crush on My Roommate. Now, y'all know, well, some of y'all know anyway. If you haven't, y'all should go check out my storytime playlist. I don't just talk about other people's business. I tell my damn business, too. I've had a situation where my roommate has liked me before, and it put me in a very awkward predicament. So just be known, there may be a little bit of bias there. Just being honest, okay? Just being honest. Let's get into it. So, hey Naja, first I want to say that I love your videos, and I have been watching your content for 5 years. Well, damn, girl, thank you so much. Your tribe teas get me through the IB program. I hope you're having an amazing day. Well, you caught me in a real good mood. Again, shout out to all of the students out there. Anyway, you can call me Kate. I am 19 and from Tampa. Shout out to all my Florida girls in the chat. I don't have a super dramatic story. I just need some sisterly advice. So I've been friends with this one guy. We're going to call him G. We have been family friends since we were babies. Is it just me? But I just can't with the little family friend thing. We might as well just be siblings. Like, I know there ain't no blood there, but come on now. Come on now. Shout out to Felicity for the donation. Thank you, sis. Never required, but always appreciated. Thank you so much. But yeah, is it just me? Let me know, chat. Is it just me? But I feel like if somebody has been around me that long, like, even though it's not blood, might as well be, you know? But that's just me. So I have been friends with this guy named G since diapers. But we only started hanging out and getting closer in high school. So basically, I'm guessing your parents were friends. I've always had a bit of a crush on him, but I thought the feelings were never reciprocated. Now that we're in college, he has been a lot more flirty with me, saying that he wants to kiss me. Okay. All right. A little weird. Even sending me money. I always joke about wanting a sugar daddy, but not for real. Oh, Lord. We hung out together alone a bunch, but it has always been platonic. He basically only flirts with me via text. I know he's kind of shy since he has panic attacks, but I just don't know what to think. Is he just bored and that's why he's flirting with me? I'm trying to date more now that I'm completely vaccinated, but I always find myself comparing other guys to him. It's so frustrating because I want to just get over my feelings for him already, since I feel like he doesn't feel the same. But you said he be flirting with you and he said he wants to kiss you. So what is it? What is it, sis? Like, does he want you? Does he not want you? Like, let me know. Is it just me? I'm confused. And then text. I don't know. Here, I don't want to mispronounce your name. Let me make sure. Ooh, my eyes. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to Mariska. I don't know where I got that other syllable from. I'm sorry, sis. She said, finally here. I love you, Gemini sis 618. Yes, shout out to all my Geminis. I know it's no longer Gemini season, but look, we can talk about it, okay? We can still talk about it. But I see a lot of you guys in the chat being like, he's texting you and shit. I don't know. But where's the roommate part happen? When did this so I was thinking of asking him out on a date to see what his feelings are, but I'm scared I will ruin the friendship. I don't want him to think I'm creepy for reading too much into it. We are also living together next year, so I don't want to make things awkward. I just feel like I can't get over him if he's sending me mixed signals. I know I should just forget about him and just focus on my grades. And don't worry, I do have a 4.0. I know that's right. I will try to stay focused on myself. But in the meantime, what would you do if you were in my situation? Thanks so much for any advice. Love you, tribe. And also shout out to any Libras out there. I'll attach a picture of myself. I swear, I don't know what it is, but all Libras kind of look the same in a weird way. You are very pretty, though. But y'all, shout out to Catalina for the donation. She says, it's giving me middle school. He is definitely giving middle school vibes. This is a bad idea. I would not have moved in with him. Like, on one end, it's a safety net because your families are coordinated or acquainted, so you will never be financially in a bind with him as your roommate. But if there's already, like, these weird feelings, walking on eggshell-esque, I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. Couldn't be me. I wouldn't let that happen to me, though. Like, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. If I were you, I would, if you haven't signed a lease yet, I mean, damn, you sent me this a minute ago. You probably already have signed a lease. But if you haven't signed a lease yet, like, I would tell him before y'all even move in. Because he's going to bring girls over. You're going to bring guys over. It's going to be this thing. And even if it's not a thing to him, you've made it a thing now. So now you kind of have to. I don't know. But it is very shady and weird that he only flirts via text. At first, I was going to say maybe he doesn't want to get found out, but usually that's what guys, they call you if they don't want their, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let me know. What do y'all think about this? Because I just wish that she would have just confronted him about it before they decided to move in together, because that's a whole different layer of awkward. Shout out to TT Leo in the chat for the super chat. Thank you so much. They said, hey, Naja and Tribe, listening while filling out my nursing app. Yes. Also, my name is pronounced TT Leo, like Mayo and Cinco de... Oh, TT Leo, like Cinco de Mayo. Oh, okay. Thank you. So, thank you for showing me an example so I could get the sound correct. Thank you so much. But yeah, here, hold on. I didn't even put the chat on the screen. I told you I was going to put y'all on the screen. Let me see. Queen of Hearts says, I'm blunt, so I just straight up ask him and have a conversation, but I'm also a Sag, so I don't really do games. Look, I was about to say, I would definitely just ask him straight up. And it's just so weird how y'all didn't, you say you didn't really converse until high school, but it's still weird how y'all haven't even had no awkward coming of age. Like, usually when people have this situation, this is like, oh, he was my first kiss because he grew up with, like, y'all didn't even have none of that. So I'm kind of confused on, I don't know. And then, like, what do you like about him? Like, be real. What do you like about him? Is it just the fact that he's attractive and he's about to live in your house? Like, what is it? The history? Like, what are you attracted to about him specifically? Because sometimes we can get a little infatuated with the idea of somebody and not really know them for real, you know? Ooh, sorry. I just realized the chat's down here. She says she's known him since diapers. Like, this is how I am, says she just needs to talk to him. Irene says, don't try it. It's messy. Think about the family. If it doesn't work out, will you be okay? That part, because I'm pretty sure the family members are still going to keep in contact with each other and you're still going to end up seeing them. I don't know. Shout out to Alma for the super chat. They said, hey, tribe. Hey, Naja, you're looking cute today. Hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you so much, Alma. I hope y'all are all having a good day, too. Y'all said he's just trying to hit it on the DL. Look, I feel like y'all are probably right. And I feel like he's thinking of it from the family perspective. And he's like, he probably does want to do something, but doesn't want to make a big deal out of it because he knows the repercussions of, like, he's going to have to keep seeing you at the cookout and stuff like that. He probably, and if he does like you, I guarantee you it's going to be on some, like, me and my roommate hook up casually type of deal. So you just needed this. I would just be upfront with him, ask him what he wants from you, and just move forward accordingly. But in a perfect world, I would not live with him. But I see why you did it, because it's like a financial safety net. And they do not live together yet. That's why he be texting her weird. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give her some advice in the comments below. What would you do if you were in this situation? Have you ever grew an attraction for a childhood friend later in life? Do you have any advice on how that went? Did you express your feelings? Did you keep it to yourself? We would love to hear about it. Ooh, this is awkward, child. This is awkward. Shout out to Naima for the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you for the little sticker. It's so cute. So we're about to move on to this next story. And this is like what I like to title, like, the Gabby Hanna "What If I'm the Monster" story. It's called, yeah, it's probably me. Have any of y'all ever been in a situation where you're just like, you know what? That was me, girl. I was acting a mess. Like, let me know. Shout out to TR for the super chat. They said, my first live ever. Your content is much appreciated. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you could make it. Shout out to anybody else if this is their first time in here. Make sure you drop a like if you can. We are on story number 2. And it's called, yeah, probably it's me. So, hey, Naja, how are you today? I hope you and your loved ones are safe and happy. Well, thank you so much. Same to you. My name is not important, but I just want some advice from you and the tribe. I am 22 and an Aquarius. Shout out to all the Aquarius in the chat. We got a lot of air signs going on. Last story, we had a Libra. So I can't for the life of me hold on to girlfriends. I feel the same way you do, like rooting for girl friendships and how nice it'll be to have a girlfriend, you know. But I feel like, I don't know, am I tripping? I feel like I read this one before. But just stop me if it sounds familiar. But I feel like I read this one. Y'all, don't be sending me the same story multiple times now. But I feel like I read this one. I don't know. Check me, though. They said they had 3 major friend groups, and they all ended abruptly. They said she had a friend from the 5th to 10th grade, so a childhood friend, who was a Capricorn. Shout out to all the Caps in the chat. We were super close, hung out at each other's house. However, I was told by some classmates before our friendship started that she couldn't keep a secret. But I didn't have friends before her, so I didn't care. They were right, because her love of gossip is what ended our friendship. I told her I wasn't too fond of one of my classmates. Mind you, at this time, we were attending different high schools, and these 2 people didn't even know each other, but they had mutuals, and it got around. Okay, no, I definitely didn't read this one. So I was embarrassed because I truly had no reason to not like this girl. You know that feeling when you see someone and you could just feel in your soul that you're not meant to befriend them? So I just expressed this feeling and she told mutuals. This girl was genuinely upset that I did not like her. And I asked my homegirl, like, why did she tell people? And she didn't understand why she couldn't repeat anything and everything I've ever confided in her with. After that, she never spoke to me again. So let's break this first instance down. Look, if you know your friend can't hold water, then don't tell her nothing. But I'm not gonna lie that it's a red flag for me. I get that some people do have a personality type where that's just how they make friends. They exchange information, that's them. Not everybody deserves your story. Not everybody deserves to know, you get what I'm saying? But I personally wouldn't associate myself with people like that because I know at the end of the day they're most likely talking shit about me also. But if you knew your friend couldn't hold water from the beginning, I mean, I don't know. And I always think that's like a real like pie ass excuse to be like, oh well, you shouldn't have been saying it if you didn't want me to repeat it. Yuck. Because it's like, girl, like you're starting shit, bro. You starting shit, bro. Because don't get me wrong, usually when people get put in that situation, I mean, shit, you push somebody up against the corner. Now I gotta say it to your face. Now here we go. Now it's a whole mess. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, but at the same time, the same way how you're telling her, like, and this is that accountability thing that be whooping people ass. Birds of a feather flock together. If you would have never said nothing to her, there would have been nothing to circulate or gossip about. And you even said it wasn't even a big deal. You didn't really care for this girl like that deeply. And then it got spun that way. And now you look like a gossip that hangs out with another gossip, but you're the one that won't own up to their shit. That's what it looks like on the outside. So I'm glad you're not friends with her anymore. And you did say 5th to 10th grade, and that was some childish stuff. I just call that childishness. I mean, I would charge it. And I do see you in the chat, sis. Hey, what's up? I see you. But yeah, I wouldn't take the high school thing. Now I know you're in here. I wouldn't take this high school thing too deep because it was just high school and the drama was high school, you know. So now let's get on to the second best friend. The second best friend was also in high school from 10th to 12th grade. She was also a Capricorn. To keep it short, she initiated and kind of forced the friendship onto me, asking things like, you're my best friend, right? Literally wanted to do everything with me, only to later convince a ton of people I was obsessed with her and was a lesbian with a crush on her. I've never experienced any interest in women, and she was actually very touchy with me, which I was uncomfortable with at the beginning. Then after a while, I didn't mind. It was just so weird because to my face, she was a friend, but behind my back, she made me out to be crazy. She also used me since I had a license, and she didn't. And she dropped me after high school. Girl, look, again, charge this. I would just charge this too. This is also just another like stupid, like, I feel like if anything happened in high school, if I dated you in high school, like, it just doesn't count. Like, let me know if any of y'all feel the same way. Like, it just don't count. It just don't count. Like, we're just gonna pretend like this never even happened. It don't count no more. So a few years later, now we're getting into adulthood. I came close with a coworker, a Cancer. Okay, we're changing it up, okay? The cycle repeated. We became extremely close. She confided in me often and asked for advice. She was like my little sister. I guess always being there to listen was the wrong thing to do because she stopped texting me, hey, and started like casual or friend-like conversation. The call slowed and she began to only contact me if she needed to vent or complain. I feel like I have read this one before. Or maybe you like rewrote it and sent it. But you said that girl hasn't been in contact with you for about a month. but they'll contact you again and the cycle will begin again. I'm just going to assume it's me. But if you guys have any advice for me, I'll be very appreciative. Thanks, Najit and Tribe. Love you all. You guys are like my second family. I hope you have a great day and a life full of blessings and opportunities. Love the 22-year-old Aqua baby. Well, you said you're 23 in the chat now. So 23-year-old Aqua. So coworker friendships are very rocky, bro. They're very, very rocky. They don't have a lot to stand on. I wouldn't stress too much about it. And I know it's so hard because I keep saying I wouldn't stress too much. I wouldn't stress too much. I wouldn't stress too much. But really, all of these corporate America in high school are literally the same freaking environment. It's all a popularity contest. It's very shallow. I would try to go into places that have to do with your interests. For example, if you like to cook, maybe sign up for some culinary stuff, like some night classes or some culinary stuff so you can meet other people that like to cook. Or if you like, I don't know, if you like doing picnics, go to like a local park. If you like books, go to the Barnes and Noble or the library. Like maybe start doing work in public or something, because these places are just not where strong bonds are found on purpose, if that makes sense. Like they're never on purpose, usually in high school, in call centers. You get what I'm saying? It's never a purposeful thing when you meet a really special person. It just happens. But yeah, bro, I don't know. It seems, and you also got to think that people categorize you differently in life. Like you may be putting somebody on a way bigger pedestal than what they are putting you on. You know, because it seems to me like, for example, the girl that you work with, it's not that, I feel like she's not looking for as deep of a friendship as maybe you are right now, because I've noticed the past other two that you described were best friends. Like, and the one at the, yeah, like best friends. And the one at the start was like a 5-10 year damn friendship. Like, so I really feel like maybe you're looking for something a little bit deeper. And that's okay, bro. Trust me, I get it. I'm the same type of person. And I realized that I would be a little bit too harsh on people because I would have such high expectations. But then I would realize, like, wait, not everybody is BFF or even friend material. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you got to disrespect them. Doesn't mean you don't got to be cordial with them. But don't forget that's where they are, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let me see. What do you guys have to say in the chat? I'm going to read some of these. Divine says, you have to be prepared for the fact that not everyone has the same sense of loyalty exactly as you, and pay attention to red flags and adjust from there. Exactly. What I like to do is I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and then either let them work their way down or work their way up. In the past, like old Naja, old Naja, like that was done with all the BS and stuff, used to be like, okay, I just feel like you're a bad person and I need you to prove me right type of thing, which is like never a good way to look at stuff. Trust me. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt because you don't want to project your issues onto innocent people that don't got nothing to do with whoever effed you over in high school or whoever effed you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But as you can see in the chat, we're like, girl, we'll be your friend, sis, because we're all in the same boat. Like, your 20s are very weird because it's either people hanging on to toxic behind relationships from their teens because they're scared of being alone, or or you're just like alone with a whole bunch of plants and a dog. I don't know. But see, because I really don't know. Like, I really am still don't know where these people be forming these close, mature adult relationships. I be on TikTok all the time and I be seeing these people having these zodiac sign parties where everybody dresses up at their zodiac sign. And I'm like, y'all have 12 friends? You have 12 friends that you trust being in your apartment? You have 12 friends that all understood the assignment and showed up and no beef? Like, that are all into astrology? Like, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to go to certain places to meet certain people. Obviously, we got C19 and stuff going on. That's easier said than done. But look. Hold on, let me see what else y'all say in the chat. Talking about not you calling me out with the plants and the dog. Girl, my dog is right here. Like, my plants are back here. I have a plant downstairs named Hector. It's all good. That's what I'm saying. You got more than 12 friends with all different zodiac signs too. Like, child, look, just don't beat yourself up because it's gonna happen. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like our generation, we're all gonna like regroup when we're 30 something. I don't know. It's a very weird time for a lot of us. But don't be too hard on yourself. Don't try to lower your expectations or put down your boundaries just out of wanting someone around, because that's like a mistake a lot of people make. Just categorize people and move accordingly, you know? Like, don't put too much weight on shit. I know I keep saying that, but that's the only way I could really describe it. If you guys have any advice, please leave it in the comments below. We're gonna keep going. This next story is kind of like on the same wave. It's called I'm 20 and Very Behind. So we're gonna keep continuing this conversation. But if you have any more advice for them, I know they're in the chat, so y'all are talking amongst yourselves. But if you're watching this in future tense and you want to leave something, you can. But I'm gonna move on to this next story because it's very similar. Okay, so where is my little scroll? Oh, there we go. Hey Naja, I would like to thank you beforehand for reading my tribe tea and for the entertaining videos. I hope everything is going well. Well, thank you so much. My name is, do you want me to say, is that your real name, girl? Okay, I'm about to say, girl, y'all be going ham with these names, y'all. I mean, go off though. Speaking of dog, hold on. My dog is, give me 1 second. Child, I know you freaking lying. This girl is trying to eat. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Dog mom tings. Dog mom tings. Trying to eat socks. For what? Okay, so, sorry about that. My name is Amelia. I am 20 years old, for anyone wondering. Girl, you just got here. You just turned 20. You just turned 20. I am a Leo. Shout out to all the Leos in the chat. We haven't had a Leo in a long time. Shout out to all my Leos. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to all the Leos. Now to the tea. I am in one of those stereotypical Hispanic families where the children don't move out until they get married, pregnant, or never. I am the youngest and the last one living with my mom. My 2 older sisters got pregnant at a young age and dipped. My second older sister was the first to go to college, and I'm the first to not get pregnant before the age of 20 and to drop out of university, or to drop out of university. Oh, no, she said she did have to. She said she did. She is the first to drop out of university, girl. It happens. It happens, girl. It happens. I had to because I was in a rush at 17 to enroll due to pressure from family. Now I'm 20. I know what I want to major in, but I don't have the money for it, and I'm already in college debt. I never understand why they always pressure us to figure out what we want to do for the rest of our life when we're 17. Like, I regret my major too. It makes no sense. Like, why did I do that? I'm pretty sure we could all collectively be like, now why the hell did I do that? That made no sense. Anyways, I'm currently living with my mother in a house she's renting. I used to help her pay bills because I worked with my first sister who owns her own pet sitting business. But due to the pandemic, no one is traveling, so no pets. That and 2 previous online jobs are my only job experience. I have both social and general anxiety, which makes it difficult for me to get an in-person job. But I feel like I'm ready because I'm pretty desperate. So the house that we're renting now is up for sale, but we can't afford it. My mom is 64 and will be 65 in December. Damn, girl. So your siblings must be like older. Because my grandma just turned 66. 65. No, she just turned 65. So, damn. You said she already at the retirement age, so I know I gotta grow up. When we argue, she always threatens me and tries to guilt trip me, saying that she could be living in El Salvador or Puerto Rico with my family if she didn't have me. But then when she's happy again, she always makes plans with... Wow, bro, that's so messed up. I just saw a TikTok the other day. I'm sorry, y'all, this wig is super long. I'm trying to, like, make sure I don't freaking sit on it and just yaga that bit off my head. I saw this TikTok of this comp. I was thinking of making a video about it, but I'll just talk about it really briefly. Of this guy doing those street interviews, and he was asking young couples if they how they felt about parenthood as young couples. In front of the children, they were just like, "Oh, I hate it. It sucks. Pull out. Ha ha. It sucks. I hate it here." Ha ha. And the whole comments were just like, "Oh my God, yes, I love this. Fuck them kids. Ha ha ha." And I'm like, y'all realize once you have the kid, you can't say fuck them kids the same way like we could say it. And especially don't say fuck them kids in front of the baby. Somebody literally tried to argue me because all I did was comment, why do y'all act like it's not a choice? It's one thing. Let's not act like, sometimes incestual things of, abuse, victims of abuse. We're not going to act like that doesn't happen. But these are obviously a couple. They're still together. They're a little family. And y'all both are just like, yeah, this shit sucks. And I'm like, meanwhile, me with a Puerto Rican mom, just like you, constantly told how much they could have done without having kids. Oh my God, if I didn't have a kid, I would be this, and I would be able to do that, and I'll be able to do this. It makes your kid feel like a freaking burden. It's not quirky. It's not cute. Children grow up into adults. They're not toys. They're not social media flexes. They're not baby dolls. You chose to go through with this. Fuck that. You chose to lay down, child. Because we need to stop acting like people just accidentally be getting pregnant for real, for real. I'm not gonna lie, because I was raised by a teen parent, I was always instilled, you can have sex, protected, and you're still gonna get pregnant, so you just might as well not do it. I remember when I got off birth control, I had y'all blowing up my DMs and stuff being like, girl, you're going to get pregnant right away. Oh my God, you're gonna. And I really did believe that the female anatomy was just so damned to circumstance, but it's really not. We got control. Why do you think the government is trying to fight for us to not have control of our own damn bodies? So all I wanted to say is I feel you, sis, because I know what it's like to be that kid, but it just sucks when you see all these people virtue signal on social media about these generational curses they're gonna break and shit, but y'all over here saying fuck them kids in front of your kid on YouTube when they're gonna grow up and see it. And then I even had one lady really try to argue with me in the because I made the comment, I was like, y'all act like y'all didn't have a choice. And this girl was talking about, well, you can't act like you didn't enjoy, you expect us to just be happy with every choice that we make. I said, bitch, this is not a pit bull puppy. This is a child. Are you? And then she proceeded to tell me that she adopted her brother and doesn't like it, but she's not going to let him be in foster care. And I'm like, and then I'm going to get back to this story. I don't know if any of y'all watch Honey Boo Boo still. That's all that little girl cry about. Her mom's a crackhead, and her sister and her sister's husband raised her. All she complains about is being a burden. So I know that little boy feels like a burden, and then your fat head ass gonna come into the TikTok talking about something, oh yeah, I don't like him either, but I deal with it. Y'all pray for the children. Pray for the children. Pray for them iPad babies. Pray for them tablet babies. Pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for them, child. I'll probably make a video on it tomorrow and show y'all how disgusting. It's so disgusting. But yes, in short, I empathize with you. Definitely understand what you mean. It's not a good feeling to have your parent constantly tell you how much of a burden you are and shit. It's not cool. So, my older sister currently moved to her own house with her daughter's family. She has a free apartment and is letting her son live there. I was thinking about asking her and my nephew if I could move in with him and get a job around the area so that I could save enough money to go to my own small place. Now, here's the problem. I haven't spoken to my first sister in almost a year because I was done with her toxic behavior. Don't do it. Don't move in with your sister. Don't do it, because if she was toxic back then, she's still toxic. It's only been a year, and now she's going to have a power dynamic going on by being... Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. She always starts drama and divides the family, but I grew up with her. It's just a constant cycle. We get along, her and my brother fight, we separate the two and have our own personal relationships with them without the other involved. They end up talking again and they both brainwash each other and create a war in the family. It's happened so many times and I cut them both off. So both of the toxic people live together. Girl, your family cast them away. They cast them away. Cast them away, girl. They done cast. Recently, I started talking to my brother and my sister was jealous because I'm closer to him than her. But he's just more mature. So I decided to forgive him when he apologized, which my older sister still hasn't. I really need my sister right now, but I don't want to be fake. I don't want my family to think that I'm just someone who goes to them when I need help. Sis, look, and this goes back to, and this, me and you are like here, like I empathize with you, bro. Because this is what happens when you tell your children that they're a freaking burden. Your family is there to help you. That's what family is for. Family is there to help you. Not one person in this freaking world gives a damn about you. They're supposed to. Like, this is sad, bro. You should be able to go to your family for help. This is what happens when you tell your kids they're a damn burden. When you tell your kids they're a burden, they'd rather go live with their unstable ass siblings than they mama. Like, it's crazy. You said this would be the first time I actually need their help. Should I put my pride aside and ignore my niece's harsh remarks, which I know she'll make, and ask my sister for help? Everyone in my family knows I have social and general anxiety disorder, including other mental health issues, which I'm a big advocate for, and they don't really take those things seriously. Usually teasing me, or I'll beat that out you with it. Not with the chancla, girl. Oh, Lord. I don't know what state you're in, but I know in some states they also take mental health issues as a disability. You could try to look up disability things in your state. Again, a lot of disability requirements like you're not going to be able to work for real. Like a lot of times the requirements to qualify for a disability, along with having documented mental illness that is preventing you from working, like if you could prove that, you can't be working. You can only work like 20 hours a week, 15 hours a week, 30 hours a week. But there are tools and resources that can help you. But as for your sister and all them, like, I don't know. It's just too much. And then you would already have to be too dependent on them. It's just, this is just bad. This is just bad. She said, also, I don't have my driver's license, only a permit. Oh my God, y'all, let's not talk about permits today. Let's not talk about permits today, y'all. You said you're taking your road test in April or May. My relationship with my niece is very toxic, by the way. She's the type of person to show love with insults. She doesn't encourage me to do good things, but wants me to push her to do well. She thinks we're close to the point that she named her own daughter after me when I told her I wasn't comfortable with it. In this relationship, I low-key find her intimidating because one word from her could have my mom insulting me sometimes. People would try to have us compete since we're little because we're only a year apart. I've told her how I felt before and she completely disregarded it. But later I had to put my feelings away because she was still in the hospital while pregnant. It's partially my fault that she's at this level of comfort with me because I usually just laugh it off. But recently I started standing up for myself, so our dynamic is changing a little bit. But I just wanted to add that just in case you need more context. Look, girl, you just gave us multiple paragraphs on why you should not do this. I know your mom is saying all this stuff to you. I know your mom is telling you that you're a burden. I know this. I know that. That retirement always going to be there. That retirement's always going to be there. Waiting 2 more years for you to get on your feet is not going to hurt her. I would definitely try to do it on your own first before going that route, because I didn't know that your sister, your older sister, I'm guessing, if you and your niece are the same age, and like I assumed earlier, that means you have a grown adult sister, and a nephew. So that's just a house full of 3 toxic people by your definition. And then you're not even like a child for real in their eyes. You're a fellow grown adult. So yeah, this is just a toxic. I just wouldn't do it. It would be different if the niece and the nephew moved out and it was just your crazy sister. Maybe. But there is way too many outlying stressors. You already said you're gonna have to depend on somebody for a whip. You don't got a license. You don't got, like, you're working on it, but it's not there yet. I feel like it's way too early. I don't know. I feel like it's too early to be making these type of. How old are you? You're 20. Yeah, this is grind time, sis. This is grind time. You just got. I definitely would consider grind time. Grind it out. I know, bro. I used to be just like you, living at my mom's house while doing big girl things, making big girl money. And it is a really odd power dynamic when it's 2 queens in the house, sis. But you're going to have to level up to queendom. You're going to have to level up to queendom and get your ass out. You're going to have to do it. And I know you said this is the first time you're ever asking help. Trust me, it's going to sting when they say no, because this is your first time doing it. And you're going to wish that you just did it by yourself. If I were you, I would try first. And if you want to ask anybody for help, I would ask your mom. That's your mom. That's your mom. Your mom is responsible for taking care of you. She decided to lay down and have another child way late in life. So that's what she needs to, that's her responsibility. Like I said last time, that was her choice. She chose to do that. Let's see what y'all got to say in the chat. I see tons of paragraphs. Let's see. Bad Guy Lex says people do not look at kids as a blessing. No, they don't. They look at kids as like a trauma war story, I've noticed. And I'm not saying birthing is not traumatic, child. I haven't even been through it. I can't even judge on that. But I've noticed that's like the main thing that people are like, oh no, this kid, it was horrible. And I'm just like, damn, bro, like, why did you even, I don't know, child. They said, Jay says the limit for SSI is no more than $15.80 a month. I did not know that. Monty says, I hate when parents resent their kids that didn't even ask to be born, period. She also said that people look at kids as property. That's the T. And more people are just talking about the benefits. They said they give you barely above the poverty line and restrict your ability to work. So unless you're starting an at-home business, it's hard to level up financially. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you must get out, though, like, if it's, like, you're in danger and you could find somewhere to live off of that income, go for it. I mean, I understand not everywhere is like Florida, where it is very cheap and you can live pretty much on the poverty line here. You pretty much can. I mean, shoot, telling my own business. These YouTube checks, I don't know how I'd be able to do it without living here, but I'm just being real. Hold on, let me read what y'all are saying. Crimson Wave says a toxic environment is going to hurt your mental health so much. Yes, that's what I keep thinking of. Deja says you don't drive or got a lot of money, so just grind it out living with your mom, right? Professor Riffy says, one of my married homegirls is always saying, don't have kids. Sis, why did you have 2 if you don't like them? For real. That's what I don't get. Like, I just don't understand. And don't hit us with the whole, oh, well, if everybody just did that, then there would be no children. That's a freaking lie. Have y'all seen, what is that movie? Oh my God, I just watched this with my boyfriend. What is the movie called? Where, it's like the future. If any of y'all know the movie, put it in the chat. It's based in the future, where everybody drinks electrolytes instead of water. Everybody watches circle urn, if you could put that together, and like as TV type stuff. And the population is just dumb. And they said the reason why the population is dumb is because so many smart people decided to not have kids. And I'm like, wait, and they were just like, so the evolved form of the human race is just a bunch of dumbasses. I was like, wait, no, y'all need to stop. And that's what I always think of whenever people are like, well, if we just didn't have them, if we didn't want them, then what would happen? And I'm like, y'all sound like y'all wrote the script of that movie. I wish I could. I'm just like, look, y'all are a mess. Yes, Idiocracy. Thank you. I just watched that movie recently, like 2 years ago recent. You talking about Black Mirror, IDK. some of Black Mirror. I don't know. Talking about the plants need electrolytes. Y'all need to go and look that up. But yeah, definitely. I think we could all collectively agree. Just grind it out. Grind it out. Grind it out at the mom's house. So let's get into this next story, y'all. This one is also about a Florida lease. I don't know how these all are blending together like this, but here we are. So, trapped in a Florida lease. Okay. Hey, Naja. And this name looks familiar. I think you might be in the chat. I don't know. Longtime watcher, first time sending in something, but I need advice. And I'm so sorry about this emotional roller coaster I'm about to take you on, but I need to vent. So I met my ex-boyfriend at a call center, and let me start off by saying my boyfriend is not my exact type because he's not tall and is brolic, and I'm used to the tall, less muscular guys, but we just supposed to be friends with benefits. So 4 months into us just kicking it while in New York visiting my mom, he asked me to be his girlfriend. Aw, courting things. I come back down to stank Broward County, and due to our living situation, we ultimately get a 2-bedroom apartment together. The reason we got the 2-bedroom is because if things didn't work out, we should have 2 separate rooms. Girl, not y'all already planning to break up. Girl, you should have known. Y'all could have at least lied to each other and was like, oh, yeah, I want to start like a little YouTube or TikTok. Let's make this a little film room. Or like, oh, let's turn this into an at-home office. It's C19. You straight up were like, oh, this is for when we break up. What in the manifestation is going on? Like, oh, wow. So we really, and ideally, we wouldn't really need to interact with each other nearly as much. As well as he now has a 4-year-old daughter who would occupy the room when she's there. Why didn't you just call it that? Why didn't you just say that? That, oh, that's his daughter's room. Why didn't you just dress it? You said straight up, okay, so when the baby's over, she can sleep here. But when we fighting, I'm in here, period. Like, wow. So I usually don't go for guys with kids, but my boyfriend wasn't in all actuality supposed to be my boyfriend. So I was fine with it. Rule of thumb, if you would never date no one with kids, you probably shouldn't be smashing no one with kids just for insurance purposes. Anyway, my ex-boyfriend did express that he would like... Okay, so she's talking about the same guy because she's flip-flopping between boyfriend and ex-boyfriend a lot. So I just want to clarify that for y'all. So the guy did express that he would like his daughter to come stay with us one day, but she was living with her mom on the weekends at the time. He expresses to the mother of his, I know, baby mama trigger some people, but the mother of his child... that we have this 2-bedroom apartment, and then like a week later she asked him to take their daughter full time. Wait, not the deadbeat mama. She said, oh, you want to go get shacked up with a new boo with a guest bedroom, or you could be a daddy full time. Y'all can go play house. Again, if y'all don't want kids, why do y'all keep having them, child? That's... Not to say she didn't want her baby. For all we know, he probably could have not been taking care of the child the whole time. And she's like, oh, now you want to play house? Well, here you go. So he said he wanted to get her at school first because at the time the mom just had people watching her and wanted to bring her to daycare. And he wanted to bring her to preschool. He asked her for like 3 weeks. Now I was upset because as his partner, he just made the decision without speaking to me. Girl, look. When you get with somebody with kids, those kids come first, baby. Them kids come first. And that should be a given. I mean, that's why I personally couldn't date someone with kids because I wouldn't expect them. I would judge them if they chose me over the kids. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So I've spoken to an acquaintance before that was like, well, that's his child and blah, blah, blah. And I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's the principle of the matter. And it's not like I was saying no because it's his daughter. No, I get what you're saying. It's about communication. It's both of your space. I definitely understand. But honestly, sis, what did you think that second bedroom was going to be for? Like, what did y'all... I know now you're probably saying later on that's what y'all used it for. But like, honestly, what was the second bedroom for? if it wasn't for that. So I don't know. So although I had only met the daughter one time before that in person and maybe once or twice on a WhatsApp video call, he finds a preschool and they go to tour and they decide they're going to enroll her, and it's $165 a week. God dang. Shout out to Casey. Thank you so much for the donation. They said, hey, Naja, you look gorgeous as always. Thank you so much, sis. I just want to send my peace and blessings to everybody out there that got kids that's paying that $165 a week. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Why, child? Why? I know some people that got to pay like $200 a week, so that's low-key. But it's just like, damn. They said this is why I don't have kids yet. I can't even afford a goldfish. But I digress. So she moves in that weekend without my boyfriend telling me that the plan had changed. Now, he was expecting us to have her Monday through Friday and her mom to have her on the weekends. But her mom was thinking that we'd have her 7 days a week. Somehow they come up with a schedule that changes multiple times in the course of like a month because she is a, I don't know what this is, but I think this is like as a job profession. But basically, changes in her schedule are made and they're not informed. Having gone to school for communication and feeling like people don't truly listen to what I have to say, communication is super important to me, and I let him know he needed to do a better job of communicating with me. Fast forward, in 4 months, I am paying $1,600. I am paying $1,600 worth of rent by myself. The electricity, the Wi-Fi, all by myself. After helping my boyfriend with so many things, like getting brakes for the car, helping him get his car back after it was repossessed, and so much more stuff so he could get his stuff together. Girl, this was a trap from the beginning. This is a trap from the beginning. Shout out to Shantae in the chat for the super chat. They say, love you, Naj. You the best. Props to the Voodoo Bunch. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if y'all feel how I feel. I feel like this whole time he was just looking for a girl to split rent with or take on rent so that he could look like Father of the Year or have more time with his daughter over the BM. I feel like he used you so that he could be a better guardian for his kid, unfortunately. The goal was once everything was taken care of, we would take care of my stuff. So paying back anything I put on my credit card for the house and my student loans. Girl, no. He left our job. Wait, I forgot. So he working with you and not paying no. So let me guess, are you paying for the daycare too? So, girl, if you're paying for the daycare, I will call the BM immediately. That is not your child. He is not doing the bare minimum responsibility. Look. So he left the call center job maybe a week before me. I expressed to my director that I was at home with his daughter with no one to watch her or money for a babysitter, and I don't have a car, but have my work laptop and I could work remote until I'm able to come in because I had just paid bills and they had just docked my pay. Oh my God. I made a whole rant video. Shameless self promo. My director told me I needed to come in because I wasn't authorized to work remote and I needed to go in, although she was working remote all day. So I quit. My mental health was deteriorating because of that place, and I just didn't want the stress anymore. I'm an educated black woman, and no job is worth my sanity, period. So now my work mom, if any of y'all got a work mom out there, y'all know what it is. Now my work mom had gotten promoted to a different department, but went to pick up something at the call center one day and overheard two girls who didn't know who she was saying that, she saw two girls she didn't know, saying that the reason my ex and I left was because he cheated on me, which is crazy because my ex had heard I cheated on him. My ex-boyfriend is insecure, and did I think I was and he thought I was flirtatious with other guys at work because I was nice to them at work. And now he felt like I was. Girl, I'm so confused. I feel like you just got so mad at the end. You just started typing shit. Hold on. So I expected better from him when he came over to ask a question, because there are things we talk about on our way back home, and he felt like I was mean to him at home and not very affectionate. But that's because when I ask you for help with stuff, you have an excuse or just don't do it. So I'm not just going to throw my panties at you, sir, but I did try being more nicer and loving. So you mean to tell me you don't pay bills, you get your car repossessed, you can't keep up with your car, I'm paying for your daughter's food, Wi-Fi, everything, putting her in school, making sure she's bathed, clothed, and you want me to talk to you nice? Okay. I know I'm just, and this is just me speaking from emotion, but both of them would have had to catch a fade. The baby mom and him. Y'all would have both had to catch a fade. Both of y'all would have had to catch a fade. I would, like, small claims court, like something. I really hope you had it in documentation somewhere of him saying he was going to pay you back for all that shit. Because look. Oh my God. So you might be asking what that last little paragraph have to do with what I said prior. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I found out that he did cheat on me because he said I wasn't affectionate enough, and he figured if I wasn't sleeping with him, then I was sleeping with somebody else. Well, look, assumptions make an ass out of you and me. Now you're a cheater, and now you gotta go. And you gotta get your baby and go. It's sad. So sad. That shit sucks. You gotta be like, okay, never gonna see a little auntie no more. It's done. Like, help. I have 5 more months in this lease with this man, and he said he understands if I go back to New York. This will only affect my renter's credit in New York, but I'm not certain of that. And my credit score has already declined a lot because I'm the more responsible adult and made sure things were taken care of. He said if I stay until the end of the lease, he's gonna try and win me back. Girl, was that supposed to be a threat? Are you trying, like, what was that? I'm gonna try to win you back if you stay. Sir, you about to be sleeping in the Barbie bed with your daughter by yourself. Like, no. Right? It's messed up. You got to kick the baby out. It's so messed up. I told him I can't trust him when he leaves the house now because we're like attached at the hip, and he still found a way to cheat on me. And I'm not going to lead him on and say I plan on staying in Florida because I don't. And we talked about moving out of state. I want to be transparent with him, and I think we should do counseling so we could at least make living together more tolerable. But what do you and the tribe think I should do? I still love him, but my heart is hurting. Sorry for the thesis statement, but this is like the Cliff Notes version of these past couple months. I'm going to make an assumption. And I could be completely wrong, so don't take it personally. But I feel like you still with him. Because there's been multiple times in this story where you accidentally called him boyfriend, then corrected yourself and put ex. And then at the end, it's giving very much cliffhanger. We're still in this scenario. Don't know what to do. Girl, this has been a one-sided relationship from the beginning. I really feel like he had ulterior motives. He bombed you into getting an apartment out of state to be... I feel like he just used you to be closer to his child and to make sure that their child is straight because he knows that the baby mom isn't it, and he knows he can't do it by himself. And like, I feel like it was genuinely a setup to make sure that that little girl was doing good. But I know earlier I was joking, like, kick the kid out, fuck them kids. But honestly, I understand that's a human. It's not that easy. But you have to remind yourself, you're somebody's kid too, sis. And you didn't give birth to that child. You didn't lay down with that man and make that permanent decision. You have no obligation to be sitting here. And it don't matter how much schooling we do, because even therapists need therapists, girl. I think he's setting you up for the okie doke. What do y'all think? Y'all say 30-day eviction notice. You could definitely, solutions. Give him a, girl, if you really about it and you really want to leave him alone, 30-day eviction notice. Hit up the baby mama. Let her know that you're done with him so that y'all could get the baby out. She doesn't have to be traumatized. I would look over your lease in Florida. There is an addendum here where you could pay 2 months your rent and leave, no problem. That's the clause that I signed. There's 2 clauses you could do in the state of Florida. You could do pay 2 months, get out, no harm on the credit. That's what I did in the last condo I was at because of the whole situation. I got a story time on it if y'all want to watch. Yeah, my credit is fine. I don't have any poor renter's history because of that, because that is the leasing requirement that I signed, that if anything goes wrong and I need to get out of here, all I need to do is pay y'all double the rent and leave. Financial pain in the ass, yes, but it's way better than that being permanently there. The second option is you pay the remaining rent. I have signed leases like that by accident, well, one time, and I had to stay my behind there. Girl. I had to stay there. So I would definitely look into the details of your lease. Here, I'm going to put the chat on the screen and see what y'all got to say, because we got one more story left, which is the title story, and then that's it for today. City says it's crazy that old girl cares more about the kid than he does. That's how I'm feeling. I feel like she cares more about the kid than both parents at this point. Because, again, I don't have a child, but I do value human life, okay? And from my past experience as a child, I wouldn't just be so willing to be dropping my kid off with strangers. Old girl even said that the baby mom be dropping the kid off with strangers, random daycares, all that type of stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just really sad. Megra says, how did he cheat with a baby in your house? That's what I don't understand. And she even said they were attached at the hip. I feel like he smashed somebody at the call center. Because the fact that all these little girls are kikiing about cheating and stuff, he smashed one of y'all coworkers. It's so obvious. The reason why I say that is because he was jealous of a coworker interaction you were having with another man. Girl, he smashed a coworker. Zanai says, I can't help but to feel so bad for the kid, man. They're the real victims. Exactly. Like, a whole human. Girl, shush. Why are you making so much noise over here? Like, so sad. Yeah, I feel like he smashed the coworker, too. I really feel like he smashed the coworker. Aisha says, he's trying to trap you. Get out. No, seriously. Do not get knocked up by this man. You are educated. You have a degree. You can move somewhere else and get the job. Girl, you could go. You say you got a communications. If you must be at the call center, you can go be an HR somewhere. Like, you really don't need to deal with him and his mess. STR says, for the couple in the 2-bedroom, I've done that before. I did it because I desperately needed a roommate and I wanted to make sure he's not crazy. I feel you, but you're just going to have some real thick skin. You're going to have to be okay with the fact that, you know, they're going to be smashing. You're going to be smashing. And if you've truly moved on, I guess I could see it working. But wouldn't let this happen to me, though. But I get it. I mean, there's crazies out here. There's freaking crazies out here. It is definitely crazy. I do agree with Megra, though. I would definitely give the baby a little parting gift because she didn't ask for that. And I'm pretty sure you bonded with the kid. And I know that is the real reason why why it's a pickle for you, because he needs to go. He's been using you from the beginning. Like, it's giving codependent vibes. He needs to go. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If y'all have ever been in a similar situation, let her know in the comments below. So this last one is long.com. It's super freaking long. It's probably going to take me like 30 minutes to an hour to read this one story, but we gonna see. Shout out to anybody that likes long stories. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. We got 360 people in the chat right now. What is up, girl? Make sure you give this a thumbs up. Let's get into it. Ending 10 years of friendship. 10 years, girl. 10 years. Hey, Naja, my best friend actually sent me your channel at the end of the... oh, my Lord. I cannot talk. My best friend sent me your channel at the end of last year, and I have been binging all of your videos. Thank you for posting consistently and having so much content because you are my entertainment while I work. I don't usually catch the lives, but I do watch the replays. Well, thank you so much for all your support. Shout out to anybody that's watching me at work right now. I'm trying to post more on the weekdays so y'all can have stuff to watch when you're at work. because I know sometimes when I post on the weekends, it gets a little lost in the sauce. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope you're still friends with the friend who showed you my channel. So, to give you information about myself, I'm a 27-year-old girl Scorpio from NYC. Shout out to all the Scorpios in the chat. For this story, I would like to remain anonymous, and I'll be changing everyone's names, but you can refer to me as C. So I met my old friend Kat in high school when we were 14 or 15. We were both part of advanced math and science, and we had a lot of mutuals and ran in the same circles. I was in a strict household, so all the after school hanging out was not something I would take a part of because I had health issues. So this is important. This will play into my decision to cutting off ties. Kat and I became pretty close after high school, and even closer when we both turned 21. In this friendship, there were a lot of red flags that in the beginning I chose to ignore because of how young we both were when we met, but more like bookmark them for inspection later. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do have people in my life, well, not people. There was one person I met in my life that was like that, who I met them when they were young. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna charge this because you're young. I'm gonna charge it. But child. But don't get it messed up. I don't be keeping tabs on people, but I definitely have to remind myself, like I told y'all later, don't start people off with like, oh, you need to prove yourself to me. Like, no, let them be at the top and let them show you where they deserve to be at. And I'm not going to lie. When I met that person, I was just like, now that was a red flag, but I can tell you still got some learning to do, and you're just not my cup of tea. So I'm going to just charge it, and we don't got to keep doing this. So I get what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all in the chat can agree with me. Usually, if they don't grow out of it, you should just bounce. Like, and then it's like, are we really gonna stick around to see? I don't know, but from what I said so far, it sounds like a regular friendship. But I'm gonna pick it up from when those red flags started to become a little too often, and it ended up being explosive, and I had to remove myself from the picture when we were like 22 to 25-ish. So we planned a picnic with the high school crew in Central Park as a cute... Hold on. Girl, if you fall out that chair... Y'all, she is literally like back bending in the damn chair. I'm sorry. I'm like scared. Because if y'all hear a thud, my dog fell out of the chair. Okay, I'm sorry. This is becoming the Spodie show. So we planned a picnic with the high school crew in Central Park as a cute little catch-up moment. Everyone was kind of mingling amongst themselves. People brought their significant other. And I started to notice that anytime I tried to socialize with someone who wasn't Kat, she would try to get my attention away from them. I remember asking her like if she was okay because she was becoming a little possessive over me. Her excuse was that she hadn't seen me in person for a while and wanted to catch up. Okay, girl. I thought it was weird, but okay. Then she would turn any conversation we were having about her and like all the things she was going through. Don't get me wrong. If someone needs advice or help, I'll be the first one to try to help. So I thought nothing of it again. Girl, did we meet the same person? So when it started to get dark, I was messaging my boyfriend and now current fiance to see if he could pick me and 3 others up since we lived in the same area. He did pick me up in his car, and guess what? Homegirl Kat did. As soon as my attention was on my boyfriend, she started talking to me and redirecting the conversation so it could be centered around her. Why, child? So she started talking as if she was obsessed with cars. Mind you, this was the first time anyone in the car had heard of this new interest. All of us were looking at each other like, what is happening? The atmosphere just got super weird. Then she started proclaiming loudly she was hungry and also wanted a drink. So we went to a restaurant on the way home. Y'all, I've hung out with somebody like this before. It's very weird. Especially those type of people who are like super outspoken about wanting everyone to do what they want to do. Like, oh, okay, we're all going to hang out. But why is one person deciding everywhere we go, everything we get to eat, yelling out orders? And then when the group decides, yeah, we don't want to do what you want to do. Oh, no, yeah, that's totally fine. Oh, yeah, no, it's totally good. Let me know in the comments if y'all ever came in contact with a person like that. And then everything got to be about them. They keep redirecting every conversation about that. Like, Child. My boyfriend was not amused because this is not how he saw the evening going. And I told him because it was unplanned, I'll cover whatever he wants to eat. Because again, it was very impromptu. And it was also a way for me to thank him for coming to get us. So you got a ride from somebody who's not your man. And you telling him that you want to go somewhere. Baby, I'm dropping you off at the house. Like, that's when we set a boundary. Like, no, this is my man. And because we're cute and close and whatever together, my man's gonna drop you off at home. That's it though. Boundary. Like what? So he's very quiet and a reserved person, so he's never been comfortable participating in group activities, especially when it's not his friend group. Kat overheard his compromise and agreement we came up with and started to insinuate that she would not want a partner leeching off of her own hard-earned money and throwing jabs at how my boyfriend and I should do certain things. I was obviously not amused, so I asked her to stop and messaged her privately, letting her know that was not okay. And what happens in my relationship with me and my man has nothing to do with her. She was saying I misinterpreted and that I was assuming she was talking about us. After that incident, my boyfriend and the two other friends who were there to witness it all texted me privately. Oh my God, that is the worst when like the whole friend group is in the car and they're all like, girl, are you okay? She got you messed up. And you're over here texting her like, girl, do not ever do that again. Meanwhile, your man driving like, this is why I don't like none of you hoes. This is exactly why. Like, oh my God, no. Oh no. My friend said it must have been because we were drinking that she was acting like that. And I had a feeling that was a factor, but not the major reason. So like I mentioned before, one of the reasons I was not necessarily allowed to go out is because I have health issues when I was younger. So when people have health issues, it pulls my heartstrings. My family has a lot of health issues as well, so it's something that I've been exposed to. So when we were in high school, I knew that Kat had health issues also, specifically in her eyes. She had surgeries that we all knew of and had made her skip a few weeks of school. Fast forward to us being 25, she starts saying that she had some other surgeries and some procedures, and every time she would not want to hang out, this is what she was saying. But it was just not making sense. Let me explain. If someone has procedures done to their kidneys, what's one thing they can't do under any circumstance? Alcohol. Yep. Drink alcohol or drink soda. What was Kat's favorite activity? Downing bottles of wine. If you get a kidney procedure done, what shows on your body? Surgical scars. What was Kat missing? Surgical scars. Now you may think I was being a little ignorant, but you have to understand, I did not catch these things as they were happening. It was towards the end of the friendship that this veil was lifted from my eyes that had me shook. There was one thing that had really put the nail in the coffin for me when I knew it was time to end this friendship. Kat had become obsessed with PCOS, and that's basically polycystic ovarian syndrome. I think that might even have to do with like your reproductive also. Well, obviously because it's your ovaries, but you get what I'm saying. Like it could interfere with you reproducing. C says that's what she was diagnosed with when she was like 15 or 16. And now Kat is saying that's something she got. So there are certain symptoms that you experience, like really bad periods. Your body produces cysts on your ovaries, and it sometimes messes with your flow. You have crazy hormones that make you hairy in places that are not considered normal, like maybe on your chin or your chest, and difficulties conceiving. And in the bad occasion, a cyst can burst. I was hospitalized twice, oh my God, because of a cyst bursting. So you know that is my territory of knowledge. Now, I had begun to side-eye Kat because I was 100% convinced she self-diagnosed herself and had been trying more or less to become me or try to possess me. I feel like what she's doing is she is trying to keep herself talked about. I feel like she genuinely doesn't know how to listen. Some people don't have any sympathy, let alone empathy. Not trying to call her a narc, sociopath, none of that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying that obviously she could talk, but she don't know how to listen. And people that know how to talk and don't know how to listen, they're like sponges. They just absorb your story and then regurgitate it so they can have stuff to talk about. It's a mess. It's a mess. There are a lot more instances I can go into detail about how I know she's been lying to me the whole friendship to either impress me or, lean a little bit towards a situationship. But the thing was, I was not noticing any of it until she started making all these posts about having PCOS. That's when I was like, wait a minute. If 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, then what is this? See, me, I would have been playing right the hell along. I would have been like, oh, really? That's what's going on? Like, really? Like, I told y'all, I had a friend who was a pathological liar, said that they were pregnant. They have male reproductive organs. They had a lot of people convinced that they were pregnant too. And like, I was just sitting there like, okay, girl, mind you, this wasn't someone who identified as a girl, or I don't know. I haven't talked to them in years, so I don't know. But yeah, and mind you, this was also like in middle school. Like, this is some little kid stupid shit. But yes, bro, like, I know what it's like to see somebody do that weird, virtuous thing when you know, like, there is no way in God's green earth that is what's going on. Like, and I do agree. Who says that in the chat? Mini Monstera, I do agree with you. I feel like it's always like a one-up. Like, oh no, I'm sicker than you. Like, girl, what's next? You about to plan your own funeral? You gonna be the sickest of the sick? Like, I don't get it. So it took that situation for me to start analyzing everything in our friendship. The people she had been with, the manner in which they broke up, mutual friends that we had and knew, how every single friend from her childhood had dropped her with very bad falling outs. I remember that one of my friends that I met through her had pulled me aside and asked me if I was in love with her. And I was like, what? Because Kat was telling everyone that I didn't want to be with my boyfriend and that I was constantly doing things for her. And she really thought I was in love with her and trying to get in her pants because I was being nice. When I tell you I had to start asking all of our mutuals what she says behind my back, it was along the same lines, that she really thought I stuck around so long for a chance to taste her biscuit. Are you kidding me? While I'm in a whole ass relationship. I'm sorry, but to anyone, but no damn biscuit or hot dog is worth waiting 10 years, and definitely not one that I did not know the validity of. Well, girl, according to Bay in the first story, a hot dog or a biscuit is worth a 20-year wait. But I feel you. It's like, girl, if that was going to happen, that would have been happened. Because unlike the first story, you and old girl were chummy in high school. And like, so no, that's weird. And I hate when girls do that. When it's just like, oh, well, you're just gay. Like, girl, shut up. Like, shut up. I'm being nice to you. It doesn't mean that I want you. Like, chill. Not even my type, baby girl. So the next time I seen her, I had confronted her, period. I asked if she was really saying all these things, and she told me she did, period. And that she wanted to break, and I know you fucking lying, girl. Guess what she said? Guess what she said? Girl. She said she wants her to break up with her boyfriend for her. She said, break up with your boyfriend for me. I told her that was disrespectful as hell and that we should part ways, period. I did not clock her for her early lying to me about her health issues because I honestly felt that if I wanted to, I could break this person, but she's already broken enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, she obviously has issues. She did not need me to make it worse. I told her that maybe in the far distant future we could be cordial, but that for the foreseeable future we could not be friends, and proceeded to block her on every social media I have. I found out a few months ago that she was in a relationship with a guy who has the exact same name as my boyfriend. And she would also ask about me. I know it was a long story, but this is a really long friendship, and this does not even begin to cover a lot of the crazy things that happen. I just wanted to share that with you and share it with the tribe as well. If there's anything that I learned from this, is that if I sense that a person is not being honest, you sense that something is off, or you are bookmarking red flags, run. Like, if you over here collecting red flags like Pokemon cards, no, girl, 3 strikes, they out. Like, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because then when you just want to throw all the flags in somebody's face, it's like, well, you could have nipped this in the ass before. Something I used to think was important was to have tons of friends. But as I'm getting older, I realize that the number of friends is not important, but the quality. Exactly. They tend to be very few and apart. I included some pictures of me and my fiance below, and one super awkward one of when we were 19, so you could see Kat. Okay. Well, y'all look so cute. Oh my God, y'all age so good. Well, you're barely like older, but still, oh my God. Oh my God, both of y'all look crazy. Why did we dress like this? Why did we dress like this when we were younger? Oh my God. But no, like, y'all look like sisters. Ooh, I know that. Ooh, I know that used to piss you off. Y'all look like sisters. That was y'all at 19? Y'all look like 15. That's crazy. But you said, yeah, we were 19, hence the braces and awkwardness. Y'all look a whole 15. That maybe we just look younger than we were back then, and now everybody look grown. I don't know. But I'm just glad that you got out of that. And like we kept saying throughout the live stream, friends come and go. It's not about the amount that you have. It's about the quality of the friend. And not everybody is going to be on this, like, loyalty wave. You know, you need to put people where they fit. Like, put them where they're appropriate. Don't put somebody on a way higher pedestal. There are such thing as associates. There are such thing as coworkers. There are such thing as just friends. There are such thing as business partners or business friends. You don't got to put people on this certain type of pedestal just because of history. Like, I don't know. I really like how all of these stories wrapped into each other today, because message. But that's pretty much all I have today for the Tribe Tea live stream anyway. I am going to be posting the podcast tonight. For any of you guys interested, I'm going to be posting the video on this channel. I did post a rant 2 days ago if you guys want to go and watch that. And I also posted a story time last week. Thank you guys so much for the support on the story time. I know I haven't posted one in maybe like a month and a half or two, but this one is doing way better than one I posted last time. So I can see that I'm getting my story time buffs back that like to watch them. Hey, what's up? Hey. And yeah, make sure you guys like this video. Thank you to all 366 of you guys. That's my spirit number. That's what's up. Anything else? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I'm gonna tell y'all before I go? Damn, it just jumped up to 374. Wow. Hey, what's up? Glad y'all could make it on the exit. I will see you guys later tonight. I'll probably do a premiere so we could chat in the live chat or whatever. And if you guys want your stories, email me at trytea@shopvoodoochild.com. Email me at this email right here. Submit your entry. Remember, we like long stories, but that was like perfect long length. You saw it took me like literally like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like, don't be writing books, y'all. Don't be writing books, because there is a line. But thank you guys so much to everybody that did write in today. Thanks to all the mods. I didn't shout y'all out today. What's up, mods? Thanks so much for keeping the chat in check. But y'all have been pretty chill. Y'all are always chill in the chat. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me. I hope you have an awesome Wednesday afternoon. I will see y'all tonight. Peace.